Macedonia in English. Just about everything you want to know.
Dostoinstvo leader Angelo Fonjaferi's candidacy for defense minister. Macedonian veterans of the 2001 conflict reacted against the announcements that MP Talat Xhaferi is to be assigned defense minister. Dostoinstvo leader Stoyan Angelov criticized PM Gruevski for accepting his candidacy. I have previously stated that Nikola Gruevski is a coward and a false patriot, but I cannot believe that he is capable of assigning the post of defense minister to a former KLA commandant. Xhaferi cannot be defense minister. It is illogical, stressed Angelov. According to him, someone who has fought against Macedonia and against the rights of the war veterans cannot take the post of defense minister. Parliament elects 3 new ministers. The MPs of the ruling parties VMRO DPMNE and DUI vote through PM Nikola Gruevski's proposals for new ministers following the resignations of Vice PM for European Affairs Teuta Arifi and Minister of Local Self-Government Nevzat Beta, who ran for mayors of Tetovo and Gostivar respectively. 64 out of the 65 MPs attending the session vote in favor of the proposals. The election was welcomed with applause from the MPs and PS Trajko Veljanovski. DUI parliamentary group coordinator Talat Xhaferi was elected defense minister. Hitherto defense minister Fatmir Besimi was elected vice PM for European affairs, while Tahir Hani, the hitherto deputy minister of transport and communications, is the new minister of local self-government. The DPA National Democratic Revival MPs did not vote for the proposals and criticized the work of the nominated ministers. They even accused them of following Gruevski's orders and being anti-Albanian. SDSM leader Crvenkovski on opposition's decision to boycott local elections. The decision to boycott the local elections was one of the toughest ones in the party's history, and we are aware of the consequences it will have for both the party and the country, SDSM leader Branko Crvenkovski said in an interview with Deutsche Welle. However, we are even more aware of the responsibility we would assume it. Through our actions, we become accomplices of the government in its intentions to install a party police regime, destroy the legal state and devastate democracy. Following the events of 24 December, every attempt to relativize things, act normal and forget things would be nothing else than giving Gruevski and the family a green light to continue their devastating policies, Crvenkovski highlighted. According to him, the citizens now face the key choice, whether to live in fear and with no perspective or to decide to resist. He claims that the past 20 days have seen the tabling of several initiatives and proposals to solve the political crisis. FM Popovski meets Serbian counterpart Mrkić. Macedonia and Serbia are linked through the traditional friendship and sincere relations, as well as the common goal of EU integration. FM Nikola Popovski and his Serbian counterpart Ivan Mrkić held a meeting in Skopje in which they signed the agreement between the governments of the Republic of Macedonia and the Republic of Serbia on establishing cooperation in the EU accession process. Popovski described Mrkić's visit as very important for the mutual bilateral communication. According to him, Macedonia and Serbia are linked through many things, and in order to achieve their goals, the countries have an interest to cooperate closely and use all existing bridges in terms of infrastructure connections, affirmation of communities, and engagement in joint ventures at third markets. We are determined to continue this road, and we hope such an approach from us will serve as a good example to all neighbors, including those which are part of the EU and those which are not, Popovski stressed. EC welcomes Gruevski-Borisov meeting. EU Enlargement Commissioner Stefan Füle's spokesperson Peter Stano has welcomed the meeting between PM Nikola Gruevski and his Bulgarian counterpart Boyko Borisov. Good neighborly relations are very important both for the EU and for the countries involved in such an open issue. We invest a strong focus and big attention to how good neighborly relations are improving, and this meeting between the two PMs is something very positive because it is a step forward in finding a way how to improve good neighborly relations. It is very positive that such a meeting was held, Stano said. As regards the expiration of the deadline for submitting nominations of candidates for the local elections and the boycott by a part of the opposition coalition, Stano reiterated File's stance that it is now imperative for political leaders in Skopje to take responsibility and find a solution. As I clearly told all political countries in your country during my visit last week, the European Parliament does not support boycott of elections. All political parties have a responsibility to find a solution in the bigger interest for the country as a whole. Member of European Parliament Richard Howitt told MIA. Karpoš Mayor Jakimovski on participation in local elections. I made a decision I'm sure is right and I will never regret it for as long as I live. Karpoš municipality mayoral candidate Stefcho Jakimovski said in an interview with Channel 5 TV. According to him, the local elections will allow the opposition to check its rating, i.e. to see whether the protests improved its image or the policies need to be re-examined. One battle is not enough to win a war. The local elections were such a battle, Jakimovski said. As regards the fact that he is a candidate of the Serbian Progressive Party in Macedonia, Jakimovski said it just represents the form in terms of how to run for mayor, because the deadline for independent candidates had expired on 9 February. He denied that he intends to form a new political party or join another one. Lustration Commission informs of latest data. The Commission for Verification of Facts is reviewing lists of candidates for the coming local elections in order to determine if there are any associates of secret services. About 1/3 of candidates have already gone through the lustration filter, since they are currently serving as mayors or council members. The remaining candidates will be checked by the MOI Securities and Counterintelligence Administration, Military Service for Security and Intelligence, Intelligence Agency, and the State Archives.